All right, guys, welcome to my house of worship where I will be crucified on this universal bar. All right, dumb. Anyways, in this video, we're gonna talk about winning business principles, right? So first one is no one has 100% job security. Not the owner, not the president, not the CEO, not the board members, no. Nobody has job security. No one has tenure, any of that kind of stuff. Not the boss's son, nobody. At least good businesses are that way. If you're doing a bad job, you're out. Gonna bring someone else in. So keep your bread and butter, but be able to adapt. So if you've done this one thing and that's what made you successful, don't ditch that and be like, well, I think or I know this other thing is going to make us, take us to the next level. The bread and butter, there's the old saying is dance with, the person that you took, you got to dance with who you took to the dance. So if, that's what made you the money to get here, keep doing that. If you want to add this to it, add something to it, sure, fine. But, dance with who you brought. So, micromanage until you can trust them. People say, oh, you shouldn't micromanage. Well, if someone's brand new and they don't know what the hell they're doing, you damn sure better micromanage them. Watch everything they do until they get so good at it, you're like, you know what? You got this. I'm out of here. And then even still then, spot check them every once in a while. Just come back in, spot check them. And if you find out they're slacking off or screwing up or whatever, get back into, micromanage mode and figure out what went wrong. Are they just being lazy, or did they forget something, or is it something new they didn't learn? Like, I don't know, just figure it out. Never compromise non-negotiables. So you may have certain things in your business that you're like, this is the way we've done things. This is the way we've always done things. We're not going to change just because of X. Some new person comes around or somebody else thinks they have a new, better, way of doing things. There's certain things that are non-negotiable. I remember one time having this person that wanted to be a work from home remote employee, but I micromanaged them and they weren't good enough to not micromanage them while they're at the office. Why the hell would I let them go home and be unsupervised where they can screw up even more? So no. But everyone has got different things. Like, we do this a certain way and that's that. End of story, period. Create positive peer pressure. So you want everybody to hold everybody accountable, but in a positive way. You don't want people just going around being like, you're a dumbass, you don't know what you're doing, get the hell out of here, blah, 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 blah. Like, you want people to come up and being like, hey man, I know, you think doing it this way is the right way, but it's not. Let me show you, just give me a minute, just give me a second, I'll show you the right way to do it. Or, hey man, I know a better, faster, easier, cheaper way to do that. If you'll give me just a second, I'll show you real quick. But it has to be everybody peer pressuring everybody on, in a positive way on purpose. The janitor has to be peer pressuring the CEO. And the CEO has to peer pressure the janitor. Now, if you're peer pressuring somebody and you're wrong, and even if you're being positive, and someone comes back to you and says, hey, no, that peer pressure has to go back on them. Hey, you're wrong, and let me tell you why. And somewhere in the middle is usually the right answer. beat your best. So if you had a sales goal that for that day, that week, that month, that quarter, that year, whatever your goal is, maybe you wanted to open up 2 more locations, so open up 3. Maybe you wanted to work 60 hours, so work 65. Whatever your best is, you should always trying to be better than what you were before. But you have to write down what you did so you can track it and monitor it so you can work to do better. Treat company money like it's yours. So if you have someone who does all the buying of the gadgets and the inventory and the blah blah blue whatever for you, then it's really easy for people to go, well, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy a company car. I'm gonna buy a Rolls Royce. You wouldn't buy a Rolls Royce for yourself if you couldn't afford it. Or even if you could, do you need to have that? Can you live within your means? Oh no, we just need a Honda Accord. So treat the company money like it's your money, and not just the money, more specifically time. Treat the company's time, because time is money. Treat the company's time like it's your time. If you had to do something that made you better, you would do it efficiently. But if you're going to get on the clock and start working, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm getting paid a salary either way, so I'm just going to sit here and do whatever until someone gives me something to do. No, work efficiently. Time and money, use them efficiently. Be open-minded, but not easily persuaded. So that kind of goes back a little bit to that positive peer pressure thing, or not the positive peer pressure, but not compromising on negotiables. You want to still be able to be like, okay, these are the things, we have that are non-negotiables, but at least hear them out. You may be like, okay, well, I'm not going to negotiate on this, but maybe we might change a little something over here. So, don't be easily persuaded, because I promise you, if you start doing that every time you give an inch, someone's going to take a mile. So just be real selective on what you do change. It's kind of like the old saying of hire slow and fire fast. Same concept. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. All right, subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's get to work.